Good evening, everybody. Kevin Hokawana here. I want to take a minute and welcome you to our corporate webinar. Let me hop in the chat and take a look and see who we've got here. If you guys could just chime on in, let me know where you're coming from. I want to see who we got and who is ready to rock this thing out. So we've got Steve, Don, Danny, Nancy, Hazen, Elizabeth, Jackie, Ethel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, it's flying by now. How is everybody doing tonight? How are you guys doing? We got people in here from Michigan, from Kansas City, from Cape Coral. We got folks from Indiana, London, Texas, Michigan, everywhere. Who do we have that's overseas? Who do we have that's overseas on here? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, we've got people from Japan, from Jakarta, all over the place. Look at this. This is beautiful. Bangkok. How you doing, Nigel? How are you? We got Hawaii on here. Kathy, I know that's not international, but hey, what are you going to do? Bahamas. Darlene, how are you tonight? London, UK. James King, how are you, my friend? We got the Philippines. Raquel. Raquel, how you been? South Korea. Wow, this is really going fast. International. Australia. Beautiful, beautiful. I think you guys are... This is amazing. I think you guys are pretty pumped up about what we've got tonight. It's going to be really, really just awesome. We're going to go over where we've been, where we're going, get into some updates of some of the questions we've had, and really kind of dig into what's going to be happening over the next few weeks, months, and years as we move forward. Simon King, how are you, my friend? Give me a call after this, please. Love to talk to you. We got Jamaica. Good, good, good. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. So who here, before we get started, because I want to let, we're almost at max capacity, and I want to give it a second to max out before we go. Who here was on the call earlier today? Who here made the call earlier today? Was it good? Did you guys like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think? Let me know. Beautiful. Oh, loved it. Yes, liked it. Awesome call. Me, good. Was awesome. Was great. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. Good, good, good. Good content. Yes, Jackie, we will be putting up the replay. We will be putting up the replay. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, again, we've got we'll give it maybe one more minute before we go and get started. And I'll tell you, what's different about INFINii and what we do here is that we have such a meld between those of you who are interested in marketing and interested in the partner side of the house, and then those of you who are really just here to learn e-commerce. So you know, we're going to be trying to blend those two together as best we can moving forward to make sure we separate those two kinds of trainings versus partners and things of that nature. So we're pretty excited about doing that. We've got some cool schedules we'll be posting in the back office here really soon. It's going to help you guys out, help you build towards that. So very exciting, very exciting. All right, this is good, 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 good. Loving the feedback here in the chat. I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I appreciate you for being here on our corporate webinar. Really cool. Parish Patan, how are you, man? How are you, my friend? Robin Wright, how are you? Good to have you on here. All right, so we're almost maxed out. So what I want to do is I want to actually kick this off, get this going, get this started. And tonight is kind of a, you know, it's a corporate webinar, and it's a little bit different from what we normally do. This is really going to be a lot of nuts and bolts, what's happening in the company, but also we're going to pull it back and look at that 10,000-foot view to give people more, you know, give you guys more information on really where we stand in the industry as a whole and what our members are doing, even though we're still in pre-launch, what our members are doing on the e-commerce side. That is just, it's really staggering and mind-blowing, and you're going to see some of that stuff. You're going to see some of that stuff tonight. So what I want to do is welcome Hitesh on, our CEO, and I want to bring him out and have him go through a bunch of the stuff, and we don't get him on every call, so it's really, really cool to have him pop out here and go through kind of the state of INFINii address, if you will.
Since it is nighttime for me now, but very, very, very happy to be here, and you know, awesome just to see all the feedback as well. One of the best things about our company is there is real, genuine engagement with the actual members. So actually, you know what? I'm going to start it off with a kind of an interesting internal thing, and I already know that some people will not necessarily like it, and some people will love it. So again, we love your feedback and want you to tell us what you guys think of it. So we were going to prepare a really pretty presentation, with a PowerPoint, with walking with slides through everything and whatnot. And I have a sense a little bit that the industry, the world kind of is kind of done with that. Like, it's nice to have that, but I think it's more important to have real human interaction. It's really more important to have a heart-to-heart with us and with all of us together and build this whole thing together. So I just want to make sure that that's okay with you guys, because I'm going to walk you guys through some raw statistics. I'm going to walk you guys through some raw stuff. This is the way that I always teach. Think of this as our own whiteboard, and I'm just going to teach you guys some things, show you guys some things, and show you guys just things that are live. Okay, I just don't like the preparedness of things all the time, because it makes it feel like cliche or whatnot. So are you guys okay with that? Okay, awesome. Very good. So if you are seeing the INFINii website right now, that's great. That is what the screen is supposed to be on. And I want to address one thing very quickly about that basically should set the stage and set the expectation. Every company in the world, in the network marketing industry, when they are in pre-launch, they don't have a product. Okay? By and large, they don't have a product. And I'm going to give you guys a bullet point list on this as well. They don't have a product. It is purely there for affiliates or partners for them to come in, take positions, and start building it out from there. Okay? For us, it was very critical to try and do things differently. Okay? It was important for us to divide our attention a little bit and provide a product that could actually make money at the same time for our members. Okay? And one of the big reasons for doing that was because we are different. Our company is entirely different. We are not relying on just, pretty graphics and nice marketing messages and things like that. For us, the biggest driver of everything at the end of the day is the actual results of our members. Okay? So really quickly, can I just get you guys to do one thing? If in the last 45 days, okay, since the 15th of December, not before that, if in the last 45 days you have actually made money using e-commerce with INFINii, just please say yes or something to that effect. Beautiful. This is so encouraging, and this is like my why. Okay, one of my whys, because there is a lot of stress in life and there are a lot of issues and difficulties and things some of you are aware of. One of the things that keeps me going and gets me really excited is seeing messages like the one from Josh saying, I've made money, I just made over 1,000, just seeing a lot of messages from people like that. It's very, very exciting. Okay, and that's what we strive to do. Now, during this process, as we've been rolling out INFINii, as you can imagine, with the numbers of people that we're bringing in, the activity that we've been seeing on the website, the activity we've been seeing across the board, there are some technical issues and challenges and so on that we have faced during this time. And I just want to be very upfront with that, because I feel like we have a family here, we have a community here, and I think we should be able to discuss this and say, hey, guys, this is what happened, here is what we did about it, and here's where we're going now. Okay, so let's go through some of that. And the first thing that we have done is that in these 45 days or so of the company being live, our members are now nearing pretty consistently about $200,000 a day or so just with eBay alone, for those who have connected with us and so on. So that's very exciting. Okay, that's one piece of everything, but that is just one piece of all of it. Now, here's what happened because of that. So because we were doing so much numbers, and because there are so many users, over 65,000 at this point, using INFINii, one of the things that happened is that we hit all the limits with eBay's API. Okay, so some of you, has anybody here had an issue with the advanced listing creator if you have seen a message like, oh, the call limit has been reached or the token limit has been reached? There you go. See, so we are on top of that, just so you guys are aware. And here is the process of it. So we hit the limit, we got a second app approved with them, we hit the limit on that, we asked them to move the first account to an elevated status, they did that, we hit the limit on that as well, and now they're working on the final version, which should hopefully take care of everybody. We have about 80-85% of the people are using the system right now, but we have still a pretty significant chunk of users who have not been able to use it because of just the sheer numbers of how many members we have going through it right now. So it's very, very close. It's unfortunately in eBay's hands, and they have been working on it, and tell me that you're very, very close on it, okay? So the eBay issue, hopefully, and here's your bulleted list, is being addressed, is currently been addressed, and many of you, I can see from the statistics, are using it successfully. But for those of you who are not able to because of the API limits and so on, don't worry about it. We'll be past that hopefully very, very, very soon. Okay. Now the second major thing that I really want to address is the Springboard and where we stand with Springboard as a whole. I think you guys have probably noticed, I hope you guys have noticed, that we've really pulled back on how much we talk about the Springboard, okay, how much we talk about it, how much we promote it or anything of that nature. And there's a very important reason behind it. We have all sorts of tracking and stuff coming out of that, which now that our, now the products have actually already sold on Amazon, vast majority of them, actually the first set that we sold with Springboard, most of that has already sold on Amazon. We have the statistics coming from them, and now we can update all of our tracking with it. But the big reason why we haven't talked about Springboard as much is actually because of the way it has been promoted many times. And this is not a blanket accusation on the field or on all of you. It's partly our fault in message control, but it's also because initially when we discussed the Springboard, we start talking about it with members who had been doing e-commerce with us for a couple of years. And they understood very clearly what we were saying. When we say, hey, here's a product that you can get for $5 and it's selling on Amazon for 20, that's a 400% profit margin. That's one thing, you guys understand it. Unfortunately, many people went out there and started promoting that as a passive program of the sort, saying put in some money and you'll get a 400% ROI and stuff like that, which is a very dangerous thing. We do not want to attract people with a message like that. We don't want to attract builders with a message like that, and we especially don't want to attract regulators with a message like that. So we have been very careful about pulling back on that a little bit and trying to make sure that we have spoken with many of our leaders as well. Hey guys, if you don't understand what Springboard is, you don't understand e-commerce, don't put out a message that is going to do something like that. So you've noticed that we've changed all of our materials to make sure that we nip it in the bud and that it does not happen. We have such tremendous potential. Okay, 2.5 billion in sales, that's a number. That doesn't mean a whole lot. What does mean a whole lot is that I get emails every week from somebody or other who says, I could never, ever do something in a regular job now. There is a person who wrote me, he's 69, he has neuropathy in his fingers, and he's now making money with INFINii, with going through e-commerce and so on. We've had, I think Kevin can tell you guys about people who have written him, a lady who has very severe MS, can't even get out of a wheelchair, but has been making money with it. So it's too much to jeopardize, and we don't want to jeopardize it, even if it looks like it's a better message, and it looks like it's going to bring a lot more people. We would prefer to keep it really rooted in, here is the product, here is how you work with it, and so on. Now, for those of you who understand e-commerce, and as many of you will, Springboard is there, it will exist there, and it will also merge into what is our marketplace and what is our vendors program, which many of you are aware of. If you're not, we can go into a little bit of details. Who here is not aware of the vendors program? Okay, so there are people who are not aware of it, so I'll address that a little bit, but essentially that's the big reason why you have not seen us talk about it. Does that make sense? That we can't jeopardize what is the most exciting and the only real model in this entire industry that allows people to succeed without having to recruit, that allows people to succeed in a very real way, that we don't want to jeopardize that with something that looks even more exciting. It's just not the right way to do things. So that's the big reason why we pulled back on the promotion side on it. Springboard still exists. We're going to load more products on there now, but I wanted to make sure that we had this conversation with you all before we put more products on there, because what I don't want to see tomorrow is that we load products up there and then suddenly there are a message, hey guys, there are products out there, go get your ROI. That's what we don't want to see happen. Okay, so here's what the vendors program essentially is. So as you know, the way Springboard works is, let's call this our IWH, which stands for INFINii Warehouse. Essentially what we let you guys do is recommend vendors or refer third-party product owners to us. They come to us and they say, for example, let's say somebody manufactures linen, okay, they manufacture bedding and stuff like that. So you refer somebody like that, they come in, they say, yeah, here is my linen, I sell it right now, in these locations, I would like to expose my product to all of your membership base. So here is our bedding vendor. Okay, he goes ahead and sends some of the product in, or sends the product into our marketplace, okay, which is the big brother of Springboard. And then all of our members can take this product at wholesale price and go ahead and start selling it on eBay, on Bonanza, on Amazon, and so on and so forth. Okay, so wherever you guys want to sell it, you can, because you're getting it at pretty much the wholesale prices, the best prices available. In some cases, you're able to drop ship these products, which means you can even sell them before you actually buy them, which is awesome. That's the best way to do business. And in some cases, you can buy them in bulk, so you can then sell them and you get it at a cheaper price. So that's essentially what the vendors program does. Here's the cool part about it. When you refer a vendor to us, so let's say Kevin recommended this vendor to us, every single time one of his bedding items sells, Kevin is going to generate some business volume. Okay, so Kevin refers the vendor to us, the vendor puts his products here, you guys, everybody in INFINii takes these products, sells them on eBay, Bonanza, Amazon, Shopify, all the different places. Every time you sell this, obviously you are making profit because you're running e-commerce. Whoever referred you in INFINii is generating some business volume because you're making sales. And then Kevin, who referred the bedding vendor to us, is also making some business volume. Okay, very, very cool, fun thing. Will make some of you a whole lot of money from referring vendors alone, especially those of you who have good contacts, who have worked with these people before, and are just waiting for a chance to do something like that. Okay, does that sound a little bit exciting? Awesome. So here's the thing with this. Okay, so this is one of the fun thing to understand behind the scene. Because we are building such a complex system, okay, behind the scenes, right? The whole aim is to make it very simple for you guys. We can't just grab an off-the-shelf system. We can't just go and grab some MLM script and start running a whole system out of that. This is all being, it's all being custom built. Okay, so it's all done by our team. Kevin works on it quite a bit. I work on it quite a bit. You know, our whole team is working on it, and we're trying to make that happen. Now, here is the thing that I want to ask you guys about it. I've seen some comments, which I go, seriously, is that what's most important? You have, for the first time, a concept that you can make money without recruitment. That's making a tremendous difference. Thousands, literally thousands of people making a full-time income with it. That's tremendous. And then you have this pre-launch, which gives you an ideal position to actually understand this and start becoming involved in it, and hopefully gives you a leg up on everybody else who's going to come in. And I'm going to show you guys in a second with that. This is the time that really, more than any other time, we will need you guys to be a family with us and say, hey, here are some things that I think could be improved. Here are some things that I'm working on. Here are some issues that I noticed, and so on. And trust that we're going to work on that and fix that, take care of that. So I know that we have seen some of those. We've seen some technical issues. We've seen some delays and things like that. But hopefully you've also seen that we work really hard. We have the skill set internally with ourselves that we're able to take care of those things and work through them very quickly. And that's kind of where we are right now with many of the different things. And we're kind of turning the corner on that. Now we have moved out of that stage where we were really like, okay, let's get everything done. And now we're moving to the point where we're talking about the vendors program and things like that, which will be a tremendous, tremendous difference and a very unique opportunity in, you know, this whole world. Now, does that make sense to you guys, by the way, that this is why we need to kind of make sure that we're working on all this together? Awesome. So because of those issues, one of the things that we did is, and you've heard me say this many times, as a company, we don't like charging when we don't feel that there's real value being provided. Okay, so one of the things that we did in the background is we said we're not going to bill anybody for a whole month. We didn't bill anybody throughout all of January. Anybody who signed up in December hasn't been rebilled yet. We're going to start the rebills tomorrow. And the reason why is very straightforward. If you go to the back office now, let's take a look. You will find all new trainings coming out in Prime, tremendous updates over there. Who actually attended the masterclass this Wednesday? Awesome. Yeah, tons of you did. Did you get serious value out of that, by the way? Yes, look at that. Beautiful. So we started the masterclass series. One of the big reasons for doing it that way is we actually take the feedback from the masterclass and then we come back and make edits to our training videos as needed. So we have been making tremendous changes to the training videos to make things clearer, to make things better for you. We at one point in time, when we initially charged for e-commerce training in our previous company that we had set up, which is still going strong by the way, we would teach only eBay in the beginning. What we found is that members really need more than just eBay. Many of you love shopping, so we added Amazon shopping there. Many of you are international, so we added Bonanza there. And one of the cool things that happened recently is we are actually bringing on staff that is going to entirely be focused on international e-commerce. So they're international. They have been doing e-commerce internationally for a while, and they're going to focus specifically on helping and teaching and supporting members who are international, who have issues, who have difficulties. If you're in Spain or you are in Germany or so on, you'll basically be able to do it about as well as somebody in the US once you are able to go through all that training. So that will make a very big difference for you guys as well. If you go look in Surge, there are a ton of new training videos in there, a lot of good stuff in there. If you go to Excel, you'll find a lot of new training in there as well. And you will also find your Amazon integration now available. You will find your Bonanza integration available. And on your eBay side, even though some of you do have the issue with the token limits being reached, we are working through that right now, but you have seen the results of it. Anybody who has used the advanced listing creator has probably seen it. It's way faster, way easier, and actually ranks you very, very well. So it gets you really good results. So we have the masterclass, we have all these advanced things in the product side, and that's why starting tomorrow is when we are going to begin billing. And you're going to see a new set of internal FBA products coming on the Springboard. You're going to see a new set of third-party products coming out on the Springboard. We have a whole list ready for that. But again, I just want to warn you guys, when you see that list, okay, squeal in delight and be excited about it and go tell on Facebook how excited you are with INFINii, but please don't go and say, oh, INFINii has their Springboard products up, let's go collect some guaranteed ROI or something ridiculous like that, okay? That's not what it's for, and I know that most of you understand that already. Okay, so now, in addition to all of this stuff, one of the other things that we've been working on in the background is our marketing side of things. So Kevin, as you know, is a master at online marketing. I've done a lot of online marketing myself. And one of the discussions that we had internally is there are methods, there are aspects of e-commerce with online marketing that are very, very successful, that can actually help a person come in. In fact, if you really look at the search training, for example, when you're using pay-per-click campaigns and things like that to generate sales with Shopify and so on, they are really an extension of online marketing. When you look at some of the things I've taught in the past, like site flipping, like using SEO traffic and so on to generate profitable campaigns, you're really talking about a form of e-commerce. Only you're dealing with digital products instead of physical products. So one of the things that we've discussed internally is also teaching that at no extra cost to you guys in Prime Search and Excel. So you can also start doing that, especially for those of you who are international or for those of you who are really want to get even better results, start building an even bigger business, not just in the physical products industry, but also in digital side, which I've explained before is very, very profitable. You'll also be getting access to all of that stuff in Prime Search and Excel itself. And I'll leave it to Kevin to go through some of those details with you guys. So Kev, if you want to take over and kind of walk through that a little bit and show everybody what you have in place and what's coming, so
Definitely.
they can start planning for that. That would be good.
Definitely, definitely. So real quick, can everybody see my screen? You should see this guy right here talking. That's me. It's my ugly mug. Okay, beautiful. So one thing that we're going to be doing.
When he talks about the ugly mug, he's referring to the Dunkin' Donuts mug.
Yes, not me, the Dunkin' Donuts mug, that's right. So what I'm excited about is Thank you, Parrish. What I'm excited about is what we're going to be doing on the marketing side. And I'm very hesitant to even show you this, okay, to be quite honest, because the whole thing is getting a new skin and there's some really cool aspects of this that I can't show until we're done. But I am going to show a little bit about what we've got planned. And just know that in the next 2 weeks you'll hear more about this and what you guys can do with it. So here's one thing, just to kind of preface this. When it comes to online marketing or online sales, I mean, it really comes down to traffic and follow-up and building relationships, right? When you look in the network marketing side of the house or the internet marketing side of the house or any kind of marketing, it really comes down to two things. You know, getting people on a list via capture page and then building a relationship with them and then helping them reach their goals. And if you can do that, then you can make a lot of money with the online space. So what we're doing here is wrapping up a system that is going to allow you to learn how to do this stuff, okay, to learn how to leverage capture pages, sales funnels, and duplicate what I'm doing out there. And there's one thing you're going to learn from me is that, and everything you find inside of this system that we're going to be launching for you, is that it's all coming from real results, not ideas, not thoughts that could possibly maybe work that are designed to just inspire you. It's real results based. So the first thing we're going to do is give you this system and teach you how to leverage this system to use capture pages. All right, to have sales funnels, to have an internal autoresponder. You'll have banners, you'll have entire reporting that will enable you to see who came in and did what. I had a view on my page, I got a lead, here's that lead, and I can follow up with them inside of the system with messages that, oh, by the way, Kevin gives you, or you can just broadcast your entire organization and folks that are interested in this business opportunity. Okay, so I think I think you guys will really love this, and all the marketing that I do here. One of the first courses that you're going to see in here is a course that I'm doing right now that is designed to teach you how to get one person a day into your INFINii business, one a day. How many of you guys could have been in a situation, just a poll, for those of you who are even really good at sponsoring, have you ever been in a position where you're bringing in one person a day on autopilot every day, one person a day, one person a day? Has anyone done that? Okay, so that's my goal, is to teach you how to do that. Not to bring in 50 people a day, 100 people a day. I know we have some folks that are in here literally that have brought in 15, 20 people consistently every day, and we'll have those folks come out and do some training, but one person a day. That's what I'm trying to get you to with this system, one person a day. So you're going to see a lot of training that is over the shoulder, how to create marketing strategies, how to actually go out there and do it, not just theories, but how to actually do it. All right, how to go out there on Bing pay-per-click or YouTube pay-per-click and spend the money to grow your business. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing here with this marketing platform, and giving you all the tools that I use, that I'm personally using. Everything that I do to generate leads, you guys will have access to, and you'll see over the shoulder how I'm doing that. So pretty cool. Now this is an upgrade, because I know a lot of you guys that are in here. This system will be an upgrade inside of INFINii. Okay, it's not free. There are inherent costs that we have involved to run this. And the thing is, though, Hitesh, do you want to tell them what the cost of the system is actually going to be?
Sure. Yes. Well, I want to clarify first of all that there will not be a cost for all the marketing training that we are putting into Prime Search and Excel for you guys. Okay, so there will not be any cost for that at all. We're adding that into whatever level you're already paying for. You will get that training, because there are some very significant aspects of what you will be learning that can be applied to e-commerce as well. Okay, in fact, there's a whole tool set within Search that makes use of the follow-up strategies that we're going to teach you guys. So there is a very significant reason for us putting it there. We want to make sure you get tremendous value out of this. But the system that Kevin is showing you is obviously, it's very flashy. It has emailing capacities in there, which obviously, there's a cost for us to run those emails and things like that. So we can't do it for free. So it's going to cost $10. I'm sorry, I can't put it in a more ridiculously benign way.
Yeah,
It's going to be a
$10.
$10 upgrade.
Yeah, it's a $10 upgrade. So those of you, yeah, and the goal is to give you as much value as humanly possible, right? So yeah, everyone's like, seriously, what are you talking about? So yes, those of you who are saying Aweber's like 20, do I need Aweber? Actually, you don't. You don't need an autoresponder, but you can connect it into the system, okay? You can connect your Aweber, you can connect your GetResponse, and I'll teach you how to use that stuff. But to be quite honest, if those of you who are saying, I'm not sure about this online marketing thing, that this is designed for you. You don't need to have an autoresponder. You'll have the exact same follow-up that I send out that gets me results every single day in online marketing. So, and the training. So, yeah. Yes, Parrish, $10. That's right. So we're really excited about this. There's going to be a lot of work going into it, and inside of this system, you're going to have special training calls with me where we'll go over in a more very, very relaxed environment where it's just, all right, we're going to talk about solo ads today, and here's what I did, and here's how I got these results, and show you the exact campaigns, and then load those campaigns in your back office so that you guys will have all that stuff. The goal for this is to duplicate, okay, and give you a way to get the same kind of results that I would get when I market, okay? And right now, to be quite honest, I do over a person a day, and I'm not even really marketing. Okay, I've got one campaign going that's costing me, a couple dollars a day, and it's getting me those results on a video out there on YouTube with pay-per-click, no guesswork. I know it's going to happen. I know I'm going to have a person a day come in because I'm placing an ad. I know what's going on. So we're going to teach all of that stuff to you guys, and really excited for it. Really excited for it. So I hope that gets you guys excited. The question keeps coming up, when. I'll give you an update on this in 7 days from now, but the ETA is February 15th. The estimated time when we'll be releasing this is February 15th, but I will keep you guys updated on the progress and what we're doing. We're really excited about this because this is where I live, guys. This is where I like to be. I'm happy just marketing. That's where I'm happy. So we'll be rolling it out to you guys. So pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty
and
exciting.
then just to also clarify, just like we have an e-commerce expert certification, masterclasses for that, we're also going to have a marketing masterclass, which will also lead towards a certification on that side of things, because once again, that's going to tie right into the freelancing platform that we're putting out there. So for those of you who become solid experts on this stuff, will be able to actually work, maybe do some copywriting if you want, if you enjoy that, or maybe done some campaigns for somebody else who might have a massive budget but need somebody to manage it for them. So you'll have all of those abilities coming out of this training and this marketing platform as well.
Yep.
Okay.
And real quick, Hitesh, I've got just looking through the questions. I want to clarify one thing about what you'll be able to do with this. So when somebody comes back into this system, yes, they'll see a video from me. Yes, they'll see the orientations. Yes, they'll see all that. But you guys are able to customize this and put your own videos back here, okay? And add your own welcome to your downlines, to your teams, branding the system to you. That's always the goal, is to brand the system to you. If you so choose, you can cut a video, and that's what they'll see in the back office. So pretty cool. That's what you guys will be able to do with this, and that's what really needs to happen in the marketing world to get the most most duplication in your downlines, is that kind of interaction with your teams. So if you're wanting to do that, it'll all be branded. A lot of the stuff that's back here will be branded to you. You can put your message back there. You can add things back there. You can change it. It's not just a system that you can't have any say in where it goes. So pretty excited about that too.
As you should be. So
and
this is
the
obviously,
someone's asking. Yeah, that was banners. Banners in the system, guys. All right, go ahead, Hitesh. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. So the whole idea here being that you guys now have the best of e-commerce training, the best of e-commerce automation, and there's a whole lot more automation that's coming out there. And then you have the best of marketing side, and I honestly cannot think of somebody better than Kevin who actually does this stuff in real life. I know a lot of people who teach it, but I don't know a lot of people who actually do it consistently and regularly and do it themselves. Most people out there either hire somebody to do it for them, or they just run a few campaigns, don't do very well with it. But Kevin is really, really good at this. This is his domain, if you will, and you guys are in for a treat when this stuff is all ready to go and live for you. So I think this has been a good time waiting for something like this because it's just so awesome. So if I may, I would like to address a couple of additional things quick, and then I want to ask a very critical question of everybody on this call. But so you saw the marketing system right now, which is awesome, and it opens up a whole new world of e-commerce itself, because you can boost your results like 10 to 20 times, and anybody who has actually dealt with that knows about it, because you can build massive lists off of eBay and Amazon. You can do promotions on there. You can do a lot of good stuff, which you will learn in here, and you will be able to use the tool set here to start doing that for yourself. Now, there's another thing that has caused a little bit of difficulty for us on the tech side. Is this whole last month, we made some changes in the comp plan, okay, and by some of those are temporary changes, but we just basically made some changes to give away a bunch of money. Okay, let me explain this very quickly. So like I said first, I don't think that it's even fair to call this a company. It really is like a family. I get messages from a lot of our members almost on a daily basis asking about, personal things and prayers and things like that. I follow with great interest a lot of the members that we have in here and trying to see what's going on with everybody. Everybody in the company does the same thing, okay? When we launched, we knew that we were going to be a very different model. We're going to be a very different type of company. We're just a completely different entity. So we had a pre-launch, which was a very, we're still in pre-launch, but it's a very unique pre-launch. We don't actually do it like other companies. We actually have a real product there that's actually really working for people. And if you compare that to the average value out there on what people are charging for some of the stuff, it's ridiculously cheap as well for what we are going through and what we're training you guys on. But one other thing that companies count on, okay, and I'm sorry, there are going to be some MLM leaders on the call right now, and they're probably going to not like me, like giving the stuff away. But there's something called breakage that companies use a lot. Okay, what breakage is, it's essentially the way that company or the ownership makes money. That's one of the cool ways. In that they'll say, hey, we have a comp plan, we're gonna pay out 60%. But in reality, they only pay 30% or 35% because of breakage. Okay, and I'm sorry if I'm being overtly transparent about it, but I kind of feel like it should be. So what we did is, in our first month, we went ahead and made some changes and said, you know what, we will get all this extra money from the breakage, but we would rather put that in the pockets of our distributors. We would rather put that in the pockets of the people who are actually helping us build INFINii. So what we did is we went ahead and we suspended a few things. There are caps on how much you can make from your binary, and removed all of those caps for the first month because nobody had hit those ranks. So we said, you know what, we'll remove all the caps, and everybody got paid on all the volume they generated with no caps enforced at all. A very nice gesture, if I may say so myself, but at the same time, it does, it's a lot of work. And on the technical side, especially given it's our first month, we're in a pre-launch, and we have 60,000 people coming through the door. eBay can't keep up with it right now. It was a little bit of extra thing. So some of you might have noticed some glitchiness and some of the back and forth going on in the commissions. That's the reason why you see that, because we actually suspended all limits on it, and we made sure that everybody got paid on all the volume that you guys generated. We also expedited and accelerated the payouts for directors and so on, where we actually enforce a 1-month maintenance period. That's very standard. Every company has minimum of that, but we actually suspended that as well. We just paid out people early on that too. So we did a bunch of those things, and that's why you might have seen some fluctuation in your back office and in your numbers a little bit, and why you might be going, well, this is not making full sense to me where some of this money is coming from. A lot of the people wrote and said, I don't even know where I got 1,200 bucks from. I don't even know how this happened. That's how it happened. Okay, so just want to assure you guys that is all in control. It was designed to help make up for any breakage that usually companies see in their early months. In the early months, all companies see breakage. We, I guess, are, I don't know, a little masochistic, where we were like, that's too much money for us. Let's make sure that our members get it instead. And there are a few people in particular that I really wanted to make sure they got paid. They worked very hard, and they worked hard in the face of personal situations that are very inspiring to me to see. So we wanted to do something like that. So that's why you saw those fluctuations in your back office. Starting the first pay period of February, or we will be following the comp plan strictly. So that's where we will be following. That's what you will see happening in your back office. It will be very easy for you to keep up with it. And we have put in some more advanced reporting for you in the back office as well. So for those of your distributors, you can go to the partners section and you can look at your reports. And you can see a very good breakdown of where your volume is coming from, on the personal enrollment tree, on the binary, and all that stuff. So you guys have some good things available back there. So go to partners, go to reports, and that should address most of your questions and most of your issues. Okay. Let me just check if there are any questions on that. Okay, so no real questions on that except that people would like more compensation plan training. So what we'll be doing is we actually have Ken Eggleston is going to do some compensation plan training with you guys specifically. Okay. And you guys will also understand in detail what ABB and ABB2 are. It's Advanced Beginner Bonus, which is one of our compensation plan updates that we made in this month. And this compensation plan changes. It's pretty incredible. It makes us pretty much the only company where you can actually be profitable with just one referral, which is the biggest thing. And I've said this over and over, that with our company, guys, for a second, just step back and realize something. I could give you stories of people right now, like real provable stories, who are making $50,000 a month in INFINii. They're doing all of these things. They're making money on the e-commerce side. They're making money with promotions and all that stuff. And I really don't like doing that, because for most people in this world, an extra $500 a month would change their lives, would just completely 100% transform their lives if they could get an extra $500 a month. And I feel like this whole culture of let's talk about tens of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars that are being made, I worry that culture really ignores the reality there and really kind of rubs those people the wrong way. And that's just how I feel about it. So I want you guys to understand, even if you're promoting, even if you're a distributor, just think about it for 1 second. All it takes is $500 to $1,000 to really, really change most people's lives. Okay, and I'm not talking about third world. I'm not talking about, oh, when I was a kid, $500 a month would change everything. I'm talking about people in the US right now, okay, your neighbors right now, many of you right now. $500 to $1,000 extra just changes everything. That's what our message needs to be, and that's what our message has been since the beginning. Let's get you to profitability as quickly as possible. So our company's aim is to get you to profits with Prime. So with Prime, we try to get you to $500 to $1,000 per month in profit. After that, when you move to search and so on and so forth, everything else is designed to make those results happen faster and make those results more consistent and get you guys to maybe $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month then. But that's our initial aim, okay, as a company. Our compensation plan really reflects that as well. Our aim with the Advanced Beginner Bonus is to get you guys to profits as quickly as possible. So if you're a partner and you're on Prime level, when you refer an Excel user, you are already in profits. Okay. Now you know that there is this practice. We call it pay to play in some cases, but there's this practice where you make people buy a particular level before they can promote that, right? So for example, they would say you have to be an Excel member before you refer somebody at Excel level and earn on it. We don't really do that because of those very reasons that I just described. There are people out there who actually need an extra $500 a month, and forcing them to spend $400 extra when they're really not going to use the product is not fair. So with the Advanced Beginner Bonus, the idea is to get you guys to profitability as quickly as possible. If you refer one Excel sale and you're on Prime or you're on Search, you're actually in profits immediately. So that's a very, very strong incentive. I highly recommend that you guys go in your back office, go to partners, click on promotional links, and when you go to link in media, right here you will find a detailed breakdown of the compensation plan. Okay, you can go through that, and we're going to have a training for the compensation plan for you as well. Okay, does everybody kind of track with what I'm saying here regarding what our company's aim is, what our company's culture is going to be? We have people who have come in and said, oh, I can make a culture, I can run a culture for you where, it's all going to be this rah-rah and everybody's going to love it. And I just really feel that simple honesty is far better of a culture, and simple the simple joys, the little things are sometimes the biggest things there are. It's the $500 that will make somebody's life very, very different. So that's what I would rather focus on, and that's kind of where I'm coming from on this. And that's where all of our company is going to be focused on. So when we release our tracking systems, when we release the marketing system, when we release our stores system, when we release the marketplace and the vendor system, all of that is done with one intention: get you to profitability, not increase your upfront costs tremendously, like most companies intend to do, and it's business. Okay, I don't mind that. I think it's a good way to do things at times. But just in our case, that's not what we're going to do, and that's not how we're going to operate. So be a little bit more patient with us as we get a lot of these background things done, because what we're trying to build is kind of unique, and it is kind of different. Okay? So there's that important thing, and we will make a note, and we will have a training with Ken. He's tremendous, one of the most respected people in the world of network marketing. He will break it down and describe it in very, very simple details to everybody. But quite honestly, the way to see it in action is to just do it. Okay, just refer one user and you'll immediately see it work for you. And finally, like I mentioned before, we have had such tremendous growth overseas, and one of the big reasons why we created INFINii, why we switched to a comp plan that is much more aggressive in making people profitable, why we did all of these things, is because there is such a tremendous demand all across the world, and it's just never been fulfilled. So we are focused on specifically bringing in dedicated international support wherever we can. So we have full support for Russia right now that we are working on. We are working on support for Spanish markets. We're working on support for EU markets. We're actually pretty excited about what we'll be able to do there, because there are all of these very unique, specific things, like knowing which banks you can get a debit card from that will work in US. So you can dropship from Walmart. Most people internationally cannot dropship from Walmart, but with the right card, with the right information, you can. So there's a lot of that stuff that we are working on to make sure that we can get that information to you guys so you can actually work with it. So if you're international, or you have teams that are international, or you have contacts that are international, that's where we're going with this. And again, we're working very hard on this. We're working quickly on it, and we will keep you guys updated on our progress with it. Many of you have also seen that we have translations available up here, where you can click on this and change your language, and it will change many things. You're going to see that run across the board on the entire website, including all the materials. Okay, so that process has been begun. We have translators working in the background on all of it, and we'll have that ready for you guys. Hopefully, over the next 15 days, you're going to see tremendous leaps in that as well. Okay, and okay, wonderful comments, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So what I would really like to do, unless Kevin, you have something to say, I would really like to kind of set the stage with a really pretty graph that I put together. It's not actually pretty. I just did it in Paint, like what I always do. But Kev, do you have anything to say before I move to that?
I just want to say, just add in on the translation portion. So right now, real quick, just to give you guys a little idea of where I'm coming from on this. We had the masterclass, and we told you on the masterclass, for those of you who were there, that if you ask a question, we might not get to it on the call, but we will take action on it. And so what you're seeing right now, or what you will see over the next few days, is the entire Prime training being redone, all new videos, okay, to better suit and go with the feedback that we got in the masterclass. So, and you're going to see that as a trend with us. If you guys say we need this, then we go do it, okay? We go do it. So that's what we're doing. So you're going to see a lot of that change, and that's why a lot of the translations are not actually there yet, because we changed a bunch of things, and not change, but adding to, slowing down, showing better, okay? And that's going to lead to hopefully a lot of success on your part in your businesses. So once those videos are up, we will begin translating them. So look for that, and next time we talk, you'll probably have already seen a lot of the translations go out. And keep your eye on your email inbox, because we'll be notifying you of that stuff there too as well. So I just want to toss that out there, that we are working towards getting everything translated. And the only reason why it's not is because we actually listen to you guys and take your direction, and make changes based upon that. And so those changes will be done here pretty soon, and you'll be able to start watching this stuff roll out. That's it. That's all I got. Oh,
Awesome.
one more thing. Another masterclass. Folks are asking when's the next one. Go in the back office, and they're going to be weekly, guys. So go in the back office, toggle products, and then click on masterclass. You're going to see a page there, and it says click here to register for the next masterclass. Click on that. It's at the top of the page. Click on that, and you can register for the next masterclass. Okay?
Okay, guys, I'll do this one more time so everybody can see it clearly. Let's go back. Here's what you need to do. Go to product, and you're going to see this right here. See this masterclass right here. Click on that, and then you're going to see this. You're going to click on this, click here to register. That's it. Okay, somebody said they couldn't see the mouse on the white background, so I just want to make sure that everybody saw it. Okay, so
real quick, I'm sorry, John is asking about the back office. John, I would probably restart your computer. I think that's something on your end. So just want to address that. Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay, beautiful. So guys, again, like I said at the beginning, this is not going to be a pretty presentation as much as this is about you guys actually seeing the heart of the company and where we are. As people, what we are trying to do, what the structure is going to be, and why we make the changes we make, why we make the upgrades we make, and what the direction is going to be forever, for this whole company, for every product we put out there, for every system that we introduce in here. That's what we're going to be trying to do. Okay, so let me also try and address for you guys, because I think many of you, I dare say most of you, don't actually realize how unique of a position you're kind of in. Okay, so this is a general chat, a general chart for a company and how customer acquisition goes for them. Okay, so this is usually what happens. You know, you have a launch. Okay, that's kind of where we are. Then it kind of slows down and plateaus until the company, releases something else or innovates something else or gives a new incentive, and then it builds up again. Okay, in our case, things will be a little bit different because we're not following the typical company trajectory. We hope that it'll be something like that instead, but this is usually how things go. What this doesn't show you is what the market actually reacts like. Okay, what does the market of people actually look like? So in any company, in any concept, in any system, okay, in any technology, we're talking about cell phones, smartphones, we're talking about switching to laptops from big desktops, all of those things, you have this breakdown. Okay, you have the innovators, then you have the pioneers or the warm market of those innovators, you have the early adopters, then you have the mass market. Okay, what this system is this whole concept is an innovative concept, and I'm sure you guys will agree, it's an innovative concept. You make money, you don't recruit people for it, you allow Amazon, eBay, and these major companies to do bulk of the work for you, you don't deal with those things, you instead focus on basically collecting the profits. The same thing we're going to do on the digital side, and the same thing we're going to do on freelancing side. We're going to combine all three of these massive markets, which combined, by the way, represents close to $5.5 trillion if you add up all of those three. And we're going to take those three, combine them into a single platform, which is what INFINii is, and hence the endless possibilities, because there's so much that you can do in there. Okay, combine that with a network marketing distribution model, and now you have a really, really tremendous and a very unique system. So that's where we were until our beta pre-launch. As of January 15th, we're in this is where you are. Okay, so if you are currently a member, if you're on this call, if you're part of INFINii, this is the group that you are in. You are kind of pioneers in this thing. This is a trend that has just started taking off in the last couple of years, and it's going to be taking off and will stay trending upwards probably for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, and then you'll start seeing some very unique changes happen in there. That's why we want to build a platform where we can capitalize on all of those changes as they happen in the market. Okay, so this is where you guys are right now. What that means is that the rest of the world, the vast majority of the world, hasn't heard about this, isn't in on it, is very intrigued by it, and is waiting for it. Okay, so The payoff for the patience you've had with us, the payoff for working with us, the payoff for coming in here and saying, hey, let's give the whole company a little bit of time and let's talk with the company and let's give them our opinions and our ideas and our suggestions. The payoff on that is that you are ahead of the rest of the world. Okay, you are ahead of the rest of the world. We haven't even approached the mass market yet. We haven't even approached really the early adopters of this concept yet. And if you guys haven't been using the video that we have put out there, if you go to our homepage or if you go to our Facebook page, this particular video that plays on there does such a beautiful job of communicating that and explaining to the average person why this is the future, why they need to be a part of this and what it can do for them. You're really missing out. You really should be sharing this with anybody that you can. And you don't have to be salesy or hypey about it at all. It can just be very, very real for you. So you guys are poised to be in such a unique place, and there are going to be statistically, okay, this is just a statistical fact, there are going to be 3 groups of people that are going to come out of this. There'll be one group of people who will say, I tried it, I made 5 listings, it didn't sell for me. Okay, now we've seen this for years now, okay, we've been doing this for 8-9 years, and they will just say, it didn't work too well for me, and they'll just kind of fizzle out, okay. We'll have a second group of people that will say, oh, this is good, but they're not going to run with it. They're going to sit and watch. They're going to be in the observation mode. And there'll be one group that will actually run with this hard. They'll be a part of this. They will be a very integral part of this family as we build this bigger and bigger. And that's the group that's going to see the highest return. They're going to see the best return out of all the time they put in, out of all the effort you put in. And you guys have to make those decisions. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you have something better that you want to work on. Maybe you have something more unique that you are going to work on. And that's totally fine. But just make a choice which of those 3 groups you're going to be in and work with us. Whichever one of those 3 groups you choose is just fine by us. But you have to decide one and stick with it and say, I'm going to take action on this. If I'm going to be in the group that's going to help be a part of this, and we're going to make this big, and we're going to make this massive, then I'm going to give some suggestions, I'm going to give my feedback, I'm going to attend the webinars, and I'm going to be a part of the product. I'm going to share the results, I'm going to show what I'm doing with it, I'm going to show what the numbers I'm producing from it, and I'm going to work hard until I produce those numbers. And if there's something I don't understand, I will write in and say, hey, I didn't understand this thing. Can you guys update the video on this? Or can you cover this on the next masterclass? Or can you cover this on the Saturday morning webinars? And we will take care of it. But you guys have to be engaged. You have to work on this. If you don't put the energy towards it, you're not going to get the results from it. Okay? So there is a reason why Kevin and I feel like we should be putting in 20 hours, 22 hours a day. And that's not just a thing to say. We literally have put in 20 to 22 hours a day, many, many, many days. Sometimes we put in like 23 hours a day. And there's a reason for it, because we see the potential in the user base that we have. All of you on this call right now, the 1,000 or so people on the call, you just amongst yourself have the potential to very easily generate, a few $1 million a month, very, very easily, purely on e-commerce side. And that's not even counting the digital side, that's not counting the freelancing side and so on. And we genuinely believe that we actually, if we do this the right way, if we work on this together, we will probably see $100 billion in e-commerce sales come out of the company as a whole. Because the last 2.5, 3 years, we got to nearly $2.5 billion without really trying on the e-commerce side. We just did it, and it wasn't trending up like it is right now. So we are coming up on a very unique opportunity. I'm very, very excited about it. It's one of the things that I have to talk with you guys about to give you why I'm doing this, why I'm into this. I hope that you guys also kind of see why you should be doing it. And if none of that convinces you, just listen to Kevin's soothing voice while he talks about the marketplace and shows you his Dunkin' Donuts cup. And that should be all you need to convince yourself. But this company is the only one that I can think of that has a heart that is set on making their average member truly profitable as quickly as possible, to genuinely change people's lives without rolling them into some hypey emotional nonsense, and just make a difference that we all can sleep well on and we can be proud of. So that's pretty much what I had to say. Hopefully this gives you guys plenty of updates on the Springboard, and you'll see the products loading up there. We have our sheets from Amazon now. We're going to start integrating all of that tracking in now that we have the results from Amazon on all that they have sold. You will you will start seeing the sales that were made on Amazon. When we see the money coming in, you're going to see that number be reflected in your back offices starting the 15th of February. And I think this has been announced for a long time. It's the 15th of every month that we add the money in from the sales that happened in the previous month. Okay, that gives us enough time to receive the checks from Amazon to run all the numbers on it and account for any issues in there, and you'll see that reflected in your back offices. You will see more up-to-date real-time tracking coming out on that. Now that our first pay period with Amazon is coming to a close, now we can actually move to a real-time thing on that. You will see us, we have moved towards real-time tracking on pretty much everything else, on your binary BV, on your BET, and things like that. So I'm very excited about where we're headed. We're just basically turning the corner now, coming from out of the beta mode and into a real pre-launch where you guys are really ahead of everybody else. You have the chance to build this into something tremendous and massive, and just I would love to see one day, go into the database and see $100 billion crossed in e-commerce sales. So Kev, if you want to share some of your thoughts and some of your words and close it out, that would be.
Oh, absolutely. I've just been going through the chats, and I appreciate you all on here that are. I mean, some of the messages that have come through this have just been amazing and inspiring to. I'm going to snapshot this because it's inspiring from the standpoint of there's a lot of leaders on here that when we were talking about how much we work, they would just right there along with us, Hitesh. I mean, I've had folks putting there. I mean, and it's just, it's really cool. It's really cool, and I appreciate you guys, your leaders who are building. Simon King, man, I love you, man. All you guys who are on here building and growing. I can't wait to meet you, to spend time with you, to get you out on calls, to have you show the stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Jeff R. White is amazing. Just people giving accolades to their leaders. The leaders saying, "Look, we're just here for the teams." I mean, it's such. I can just feel it. I can feel it. You can just feel that something big is coming, and this is what we're moving into with INFINii. I mean, we have the platform. Yes, we've had some bugs, absolutely, but look at the people on this chat and what they're doing and how they're willing to grow, and they've been patient with us, and we appreciate you guys, and we love you, and it's exciting, and it makes me want to go work 10 times harder for you guys to see these kind of comments that you guys are putting back here. So definitely. So I want to do something real quick. Let me see. I just want to ask a question on our Facebook page, and I'm telling you, most companies don't do this stuff, but this isn't a call where I can unmute everybody and say, "Hey guys, what did you think?" And then everyone can hear and see the other, basically hear and feel the other people on the call. So can I grab the screen real quick, Hitesh? I'm going to do a quick post on Facebook. All right, you should see my screen. I'm just saying, thank you all for joining us on the INFINii corporate webinar. Are you excited about INFINii? I'm going to just put just want to do one thing. Just going to put thank you for joining us on the INFINii corporate webinar. Are you excited about where the INFINii family is going? And just let me know. I'm going to publish this real quick, and I'm going to put this in the chat for everybody. It's our INFINii fan page, and just come on here and let me know what you think. Let everyone see you and see that you're on here on this particular thread. I'm going to put it in our chat here so that you guys can go ahead and follow that exact post. You should all have it in your chat. Just leave me a message, let me know, because I'm excited about what we're doing. I truly believe that what we're doing, that we have something that is unique, that nobody else has this, okay? Nobody else in the industry has this concept and that they're building. But one thing that nobody else has as well, besides the concept, besides the tools, besides the things you're going to see coming out of this, what nobody else has is they don't have our family here with INFINii. They don't have you guys building. They don't have the quality team of people like we do. You know, some of the folks that are on here, the leaders that I talk to are just, they're ready to work until their fingers bleed to make this happen for you. And you guys are just doing so much. We can see the stats, we can see the numbers, we can see what you're doing, and we just appreciate it. So I'm just, you know, I feel like moving into February, we're turning a corner. Okay, a lot of the things that we're doing, and look at this, this is beautiful. A lot of the things that we're doing in the back office, the translations, the more training, the master classes, the things that we're doing are going to grow over the next few weeks, months, and years. Okay, and as we do this, as we move forward through February and come out of pre-launch and all these things that we're doing, having you with us and having you build this is just, it's inspiring to watch. It's inspiring to watch. So I'm just excited, guys. I want to go get back to work. I want to get this recording up. I want to get, you know, as much as I can done for you guys tonight and tomorrow and the next day and the next year, and just make sure that we take care of you from where we are, because you guys are out there taking care of your teams and taking care of your people, and I just appreciate it. I love what you guys are doing. I love the spirit that you have. I love, you know, everyone talks about building some culture. I think we got it. You know, I think you guys just helping each other, that's our culture. That's all we need. That's it. So thank you guys. That's enough for me. I'm going to stop rambling. But I love that everyone's coming over here and sharing their excitement for what they're doing with INFINii, and we just appreciate you guys. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you. It's hard to voice it in words. So love you guys.
You did a really good job, though. And absolutely, we are just excited to go get some more work done. We're going to be pumped. This is going to get us through another 2 nights. Just this webinar alone. It's going to get us through another 2 nights.
No sleep needed.
Yeah.
No sleep
All right,
needed.
guys. It was awesome. We're so excited about everything. I'm sure you guys are as well, based on your comments. You are. I hope you're not lying. I just know where we're headed. And there are things that we have just chosen not to talk about yet, and I can't wait to get to the point where we can talk about it. So all of you have an awesome night or an awesome day wherever you are in the world, and we will see you guys very soon on another webinar with even more updates and hopefully even more people and even more excitement. Okay, so everybody have a great night, and we'll see you later.
Night.